Hari Om. Relation between two specific heats, that is Cp and C. Now to understand that, we have taken a practical situation here that two cylinders identical having 1 mole of gas in each, same gas under same initial condition. Now in the first case, I am heating this gas directly and I supply an amount of heat energy Q to this one, so that the gas is getting heated, but it is heated under constant volume. It is not allowed to expand. And therefore what happens is that whatever heat energy is given, the whole heat energy is used up in heating the gas, and therefore the temperature of the gas is increasing through a value of delta T Kelvin. Alright? 1 mole of gas, heat energy is given Q, under constant volume it is heated. Okay. Then in this case I can write the equation for heat energy given to the system is equal to m into C into delta T. This is the formula we already have, and in that one I write here Q equal to 1 mole into molar specific heat under constant volume into rise in temperature. So this is equation 1, I could say. So here I am writing CV because the gas is heated under constant volume, therefore constant volume specific heat is coming. And this constant volume specific heat, when it comes, the heat energy given to the system is used up only in heating the gas, that is to increase the internal energy of the gas. Okay. Now I consider the second case. Here a movable piston is attached to it and the gas is taken, same type of gas, same initial condition I told you already. And if I heat this gas so that the temperature of the gas increases through delta T. That is the criteria here. I am heating the gas till the temperature of the gas is rising through a delta T degree Kelvin, same as in this case. Now for that, I have given an amount of heat energy, let it be Q prime. But what you can observe in this case is that as you go on heating it, the piston gradually moves up. Piston gradually moves up little by little, and when it rises to a delta T degree Celsius, the piston reaches to a new position denoted by the dotted points. That means here the heating is taking place under constant pressure, because when you heat the gas absorbs heat energy and it is trying to expand. And the piston is allowed to move, therefore the expansion takes place, and due to that the pressure of the gas remains constant throughout. So here I have given a heat energy Q prime. That Q prime can be written as 1 into Cp into delta T, equation 2. Now in this case, the heat energy will given Q prime, that is used up in increasing the temperature of the gas through same as before, and also for moving the piston up. That means the gas is doing an amount of work also here. So definitely the heat energy Q prime is greater than Q. Because this Q is only for rising the internal energy, here it is for internal energy plus an amount of work done. Therefore, Q prime is greater than Q. From equation 1 and 2 we get Cp greater than Cv. So, for a gas, constant pressure specific heat is little greater than that under constant volume. Okay? But our aim is now to find the relation between Cp and Cv. For that, I consider the second equation or second experiment, that is this one. Here, the heat energy given to the system Q prime is used up in two ways. One is to increase the internal energy, and also for doing external work. So internal energy increase and external work together. Now, work done in this process will be by the force due to pressure of the gas, and therefore the work done delta W will be equal to force into delta X, where this is delta X, the moment. Therefore, F will be equal to pressure into area into delta X. Pressure into area into delta X, P is the pressure exerted. Therefore, this will be P into A. This is the force. I take A into delta X, area of the piston into delta X. I can write this as equal to A into delta X. If I take together, it becomes volume change. Therefore, P into delta V as the delta W. So pressure into changing volume can be taken as a little bit of work that is being done there. Therefore, bringing that over here, you get Q prime therefore will be equal to this delta U, internal energy, is same as what? Q there, that is 1 into Cv into delta T plus P into delta V, I could say. Okay. Now for 1 mole of gas, it follows the gas equation that PV equal to RT for 1 mole gas equation, and therefore for the second case it is constant pressure and the changing volume is coming, and therefore there will be a change in temperature also. Due to the rising temperature, the volume is rising. So R and P into delta V is equal to R into delta T, where R is the gas constant. Bringing that over here, you get 1 into Cp into delta T is equal to 1 into Cv into delta T plus 1 into R into delta T. Therefore, from this you get Cp equal to Cv plus R, or Cp minus Cv is equal to R, you are getting. Now this is the equation or relation between molar specific heats of a gas that tells you that the difference between the molar specific heat of the gas is equal to the gas constant, I could say. Okay? And this particular relation is called Mayer's relation. This is called Mayer's relation. Okay? Understood? Right. But one more point to be noted from this one is that what is the relation between ordinary specific heat of the gas? To get that ordinary specific heat of the gas, let us consider the case here that Cp minus Cv equal to, this is what we want. For that, I take from this relation Cp minus Cv equal to capital R, that is m into Cp minus m into Cv is equal to capital R. Therefore, Cp minus Cv for the gas will be equal to R by m. So, this is also another relation to be remembered between Cp and Cv. R divided by molar mass. Okay. So, Cp is greater than Cv and Cp minus Cv equal to R, and this relation. And relating to Cp and Cv, one more relation you have to remember, that is Cp by Cv or equal to Cp by Cv equal to gamma. Ratio of specific heats of the gas, or also known as adiabatic constant of the gas. So these are the points relating to the specific heats of the gas. Okay.